I moved out here when I was 23, and within a week, I fell in love with rock climbing. Someone took me climbing, and I couldn't believe how much of it was around here and the access I had to it. And it was like another way to experience our planet in the outdoors in a way that was like all-consuming for me. I started shooting adventure stories for National Geographic, and the first assignments they put me on were remote field science expeditions. My first assignment was to a place called Franz Josef Land, Russia, for like a 6-week polar field science expedition. And I was amazed on how much similar that was to going on a climbing expedition. You know, going somewhere exciting with people that are tough as nails, that are doing what they love in extreme environments. So we shot that story. We made a film for National Geographic. 6 months later, Franz Josef Land became the largest Arctic national park in the world. And our team, I was working with the Pristine Seas team at National Geographic. The Royal Geographic Society gave us this Crystal Compass Award for the storytelling efforts that led to the designation of the park. And that was a turning point for me where like I found real purpose in my work. I've stopped stressing about shoots when I'm on shoots. Like I prepare as much as I can, and then I try to just let it all go and kind of let the story unfold in front of me. So like the more control I try to have on expeditions, generally the worse things go, because there's so much unexpected stuff that happens on the ocean. I mean, I'd be more scared to jump into an ocean that didn't have sharks in it. You know what I mean? Like, that's a terrible thought. That's for me. But yeah, you just do so much of that, and as soon as you're in the water with an apex predator and you see how just amazing they are and how you're not limiting you in those circumstances. And I'm just so excited to get intimate access with my camera so that people feel, a connection to these animals, that I want them as close to me as possible. And that just is the job, it's just sort of like, you're safe by proxy of doing it hundreds or thousands of times. And understanding animal behavior and a little common sense. One of the most profound moments I've had in nature was coming back from a climbing expedition in Greenland, and I walked out of the side of the boat in the middle of the night, and there was a polar bear that stuck her head through the porthole of the side of the boat, and she had me sort of cornered on this outer sort of gangplank walkway of the boat, where I just had my back against the outer wall of the boat, and she had her head in the porthole and was like reaching at me with her paws, and we were sort of, I was stuck there. I couldn't go anywhere without her reaching me. And I remember we were just, 6 inches from being able to touch each other. I was able to look into her eyes and have this moment of wow, there's most people don't get that sort of intimate experience. And that was a turning point for which I started really paying attention to what was happening around me. Because at the time I was doing a lot of Arctic climbing expeditions. And I was always generally focused on the goal of getting to the top of whatever they climb. But this was a moment that shook me, where I was like, wow, there's so much more happening than what I'm paying attention to. I mean, they say you protect the things you love. So it's like, I feel like spending time in nature, you know, as much as you can do, just considering the planet in your decisions, you know. It's not even like getting to like, oh, I'm going to be vegan, or I'm going to be a marine scientist or a policy expert, start an NGO. It's like, I think it's just being aware and conscious and falling in love with, because we're inseparable from nature. We are nature, you know, and so it's like that connection. I think if people can do that, spend more time outside, whether it's the ocean or, you know, your local parks, going for walks in the woods, that will lead to like a consideration in conversations that will be deeply ingrained and last a lifetime.